untitled.com.
Welcome to a brand new week. Hopefully the wind didn't get that one too much. Today, started off the day by taking Manatee to the doggy daycare. It's actually around 6 right now, so I'm going to go pick him up very soon. Then I went to go get lunch at a place called Mad Greens. I like the place a lot. It's a salad place. They basically specialize in like different salads. I usually get one there called the Don Quixote, which has like mixed greens, Southwest chicken, like mango, corn, cheese, and like a ginger dressing in it. But the real star of the show, that one, was the caramels that were next to that. They sell salted caramels there, like these little pieces of them. Oh my God, they're so good. Can never resist buying them when I go there. And then, on the way back, I bought 5, and by the time I got home, there were 2. And by the time I went out again to go grocery shopping, there was 0. So they're really good. They also have like soda that's got real sugar in it there too. So it's top of the line. Love that place. While I was shopping, there's a person there handing out samples of stuff. It was they were handing out a sample of these pork carnitas, like in a tortilla with what do you call it? Guacamole. Had some of that, delicious. So I picked some of that up. Picked up some tortillas, some guacamole, and also some vegetables to make fajita vegetables with. I'm gonna be cooking that up sometime this week. Set some videos to upload, and then did a bunch of cleaning. House is looking pretty damn good right now, especially the downstairs. Because what I did today, I kind of have to divide it up because I can't get everything I want done in one day, especially considering how late I woke up today. Usually I try to get up at 8 on Mondays, have Manatee to doggy daycare by 9, and then start doing everything that I want to do. Grocery shopping and cleaning and whatnot. But I sent some videos to upload, clean the house. And the cleaning that I got done was vacuuming and wiping down the countertops. Also bought Manatee some new food. Cleaning the countertops in the bathrooms and the mirrors and whatnot, vacuum, all that jazz. Got that done. Couldn't get mopping done, couldn't get dusting done. And then when I go to pick up Manatee, I'm planning on doing the laundry as well. So there's that. I also got to edit last week's vlog and pick out highlights for the tomfoolery highlight reel that's for the previous week. Another thing that I've been doing recently that my editor Austin is so graciously doing. It's part of his job. Is that he's picking out? So he edits my highlights. So when I send him highlights, he's going to be picking out bits from the highlights to edit into shorts or TikToks or whatever have you. So. You saw one that went up probably on Saturday, I think, is when the Halo one went up. If you keep up with the channel and whatnot. Planning on doing 3 a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Maybe more if more come, but who knows? But I think it's going to be a pretty good way to, put out some. It's easy short form content, and it's a good way to advertise my longer content to people who normally take in short form content. So even if there's like a little bit of overlap when it comes to that, I still say it's worth it just because of the fact that I'm able to reach out to people on other platforms and bring them to my other platforms, my Twitch and YouTube and whatnot. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, right now I've got to go take care. I've got to go take care of the dog by picking him up from daycare. Sometimes I go to PetSmart to pick up Manatee. They've got a dog here in what is an atrium room for their doggy hotel. I don't know any of their names. I'm gonna name this one Gertrude. It is Tuesday. Yesterday I finished up editing last week's vlog, and one thing I noticed is that we come to this particular dog park a lot with him right here, plus his new pit bull friend, who is going to chase after a ball, and there's another dog here. Another dog is showing up. A lot of dogs, always dogs. Several dogs? There can only be dogs. And you're chewing on a stick. I don't like you chewing on sticks because you tend to throw up. As long as you're not eating them, I suppose. And there's that other dog. Making new friends. But do you want to play with the other dog? No, you just want to play with Stick. So I just came back from the gym and took Manatee to the park, so that way he can get some exercise in before I go out to play Dungeons and Dragons with some friends. So yeah, I think he's having a good time. Hopefully he's burned out a lot of energy, because I also took him for a walk beforehand. And yeah, jumping back into Waterdeep, where I've got to bail 3 of my party members out of jail. So we'll see how that goes. This is a burrito. It's my burrito. It is not the burrito that I ate the entirety of. The burrito that I ate the entirety of was his.
It's the fact you got through the whole burrito.
I ate the entirety of Zach's burrito and didn't even note it. The entirety of it. The whole thing is gone.
Guacamole?
Yep.
You didn't order that?
It was just chicken on yours. I didn't order that.
There was onions on that.
There was habanero.
What I'm more concerned about is how much stuff was missing from what you ordered. Because I was like, oh, so much
I mean, you're under enough distress already. Your character's being interrogated. Although right now, the characters that aren't in jail are currently touring the house.
House touring.
So I guess I just got 2 burritos. What's up? What's up, bud? Oh, something in there? Is it your food? You hungry? You gonna prepare your food? It is Friday. I don't haven't recorded much in the past week for this, but he's doing good. He's got his dry food in there that he's desperately hoping to get to. I finally found a food that he likes. I'm still gonna mix in the wet food though. I'd also hydrate it. But you know, I've been referring to his meals as surf and turf because his dry food is fish based, which he really enjoys, and his wet food is beef based. Usually, what I do, given how big he is, usually I'll feed him like half a cup to a third of to 3/4 of a cup for the dry food, and then I'll give him like a spoonful of this for the wet food, and that's usually enough to tide him over. Then I'll run it under some water, so that way so that way it's hydrated, and then he usually gobbles it right up. So much better improvement from when I was struggling to find something he'd like to eat. One moment. All right, bud. A little slop in there for you. I should probably add the water first, then mix it. It's hard to do it with one hand. That's a lot more water than I usually add to this. Stir it all up. Let him lick the spoon. He's got a little thing above his eye. That's just something that he picked up during our walk from a plant. You like the? Oh yeah, lick the spoon. And now the song and dance that we do. All right, bud. You ready? Can you sit? Sit. Good boy. Leave it. Leave it. Watch me. Yes, take it. Good boy. So we do a few tricks here just to maintain what he's learned. I put the lid back on his food. That fish-based dry food is very strong smelling. So I try not to leave that open for too long. Usually because the bottom of his food bowl gets wet a lot from his water bowl, or just from him in general. I use the lid from that dry food as a placemat while I'm preparing his food. So that fishy smell from his dry food tends to permeate. The last couple of days, mostly I've just been busy. I've been streaming. I've been doing all sorts of stuff. Played Mario Kart with Jepson and a couple other people. And yesterday I shiny hunted more Pokemon with Jeremy, Kat, Matt, and Larry, as well as one of Jeremy's mods, Becky. So yeah, that was fun. No luck this time around though. Today an order came in. I've been waiting for a long time. You saw it on the counter when I was feeding him. It's a physical copy of the Klonoa remasters. I'm assuming they're remasters. From what I understand, they're remasters of the later versions of this. So I think like the Wii version of the first Klonoa game, and I don't know what the second one was on. But yeah, probably gonna play that at some point. But today is mostly a rest day. I am tired. But I'm also doing some other things like behind the scenes. I've got one of those the Stream Decks, with all the buttons on it. So what I've been doing is just fiddling around with that and getting the buttons all set up. So yeah, that's been going pretty well. Has anything else? Not much has really been happening, honestly. I take him to the park. I did try to take him to Zilker today, which is like the big park. It's not a dog park, it's just a regular park, but people take their dogs there all the time. And it was closed because they're preparing for Austin City Limits, the music festival. So drove like half hour to get up, maybe not half hour, but like 15 to 20 minutes to get up there, 15 to 20 minutes back. We just ended up going to Neighbors again. So, hey, at least he got some exercise. Also took him for a walk today. But yeah, I'm just going to relax and take care of some of that back end stuff because why not?
Here he sits, the proud pup, looking out over the street, protecting the homestead. What a good little lad.
It is Sunday. I actually can't remember when the last time I recorded was, but I also have a tendency to repeat information on this vlog, so went to the gym today. Didn't go yesterday because I ended up being a little bit too busy. But I went to the gym today. Made myself a lunch/dinner of steamed vegetables and a microwave curry. I wouldn't recommend it. The vegetables, yes. The curry, no. But after that, I streamed some Codenames and Among Us with children friends. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. I accidentally. Instead of typing out the clue, I just typed out one of the words. We won that round. Probably because we cheated. Either way, Among Us was a lot of fun. I blew it big time a couple times. I was like, one time my partner was playing a role called the Janitor. We play a modded version of Among Us. But he was playing a role called the Janitor in which he can kill, but if he doesn't use his kill, he can clean up bodies that other people have killed. So, by clean up, it means that the bodies don't appear on the map and they don't appear when you initially report the body. So, and I just wasn't killing anybody. And because I was like, well, I'm the underdog. My cooldown is a lot longer. You should be doing all the killing, blah, 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 blah. And we also didn't have like a direct line of communication, so that didn't really work out for us. Gym was good. Did arms. I'm trying to think of like what I had something on my mind that I wanted to talk about in the vlog, and now I can't remember because man, oh man, it has been a very busy past few days, which is why I haven't been recording the vlog. I mean, usually when I don't record the vlog is because I'm not in a good mental state, but this time it was just because of how busy I was. One thing I realized as well is that I tend to record a lot of the vlog at the dog park, so gonna try to break the habit of that. I probably mentioned the Zilker thing before. I think I mentioned it on stream but on the vlog, but went to take Manatee to Zilker Park as opposed to the neighbor's dog park. Zilker Park just being like this big wide open park. A lot of people have their dogs out there, and the area that I usually take him is leash optional, so he likes to get a good run out there. Beautiful day for it as well. It's been like in the 90s for the longest time. That day was like in the mid 80s. Take him there. It's closed. It's closed because they're setting up for Austin City Limits. And, well, we'll definitely see. I just mentioned I repeat information on this vlog, so we'll see if I'm just retelling the story again. Ha 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 ha. They're setting up for Austin City Limits, that part of the park is closed. Ended up taking him to Neighbors instead, and he had fun anyway. He's a good boy, and I like him a lot. I feel like I haven't been able to give him enough attention with how busy I've been. Tonight before I go to bed, I'm going to try to get all of the stuff that I've recorded this past week uploaded and with all the metadata associated with it going up. I'm 1 week. I'm technically 2 weeks. I'm 2 weeks behind on Tomfoolery highlights. They do need to go up at some point, but the highlights occupy the same slot as stream VODs and the vlog. So with the fact that some of the stream VODs end up getting split into two, like Codenames and Among Us, for example, it's got static electricity. Like Codenames and Among Us, for example, I'm unable to catch up with it until I do a week where I don't have a stream that like splits off. So it might be a little while before we get a full, all completely caught up on tomfooleries. We'll see, though. We'll see. Very grateful to have Austin and Dan help me out with editing, though, because that takes such a big load off. But anyway, I'm going to try and get all that metadata done. I managed to make a makeshift Mountain Dew Baja Blast because I've seen this recipe floating around online, and it kind of works. You get like the blue raspberry, or the blue flavor, I guess, of Gatorade or Powerade. This is the wrong one. This is blue cherry Gatorade. Let's have it aimed toward the camera actually this time. And standard Mountain Dew. Mix them together. The best ratio I seem to find was like, you don't want to do 50-50. You want more Mountain Dew than you have Powerade or Gatorade. So I went for a couple different variations. I tried 1-to-1 and the Powerade overwhelmed it. The other thing too is that the Powerade, the Powerade and the Gatorade, because it's supposed to be like an electrolyte booster, it's got a lot of salt in it. So, you know, if you add too much of it, then you're going to be, or rather sodium. I don't know if it's directly salt, but if you mix them with the wrong ratios, and you're going to be tasting a lot of the Gatorade, specifically the sodium content of it. So it's not great. I found it like a somewhere around like a 3-to-2 or 2-to-1 ratio of Mountain Dew to Gatorade is pretty good. Anyway,
He wants to go back outside. I'm not going to let him, though, because we just went out. Come here. He's such a good boy. With your constantly color-changing tongue. So I think it's going to be it for this week. I'm going to give a shout out to my pages on Patreon for the continued support, as this is the first vlog of the month. Or rather, whenever. If you want to join my Patreon, it really helps support the channel and my content. $5 gets your name scrolling across the screen like it is now. $10 gets you a monthly movie night, and $25 gets you access to behind the scenes stuff. And I'll generally talk about opinions and whatnot about basically like sort of like a test audience for certain things. I posted some of the shorts onto one of the shorts onto the behind the scenes before it went out. And people have been getting sneak peeks at my VTuber avatar and the production of that. So consider it. Anyway, that's going to be it for the week. He is licking my hand and also biting it. I think if I try to oh no, he's not he's not going to be into playing like that right now. Sometimes if he's licking my hand, he gets really focused, and if I move it in a way he doesn't want me to move it away, he'll try to bite it so I don't move it. Like that. Exactly like that. Good timing, buddy. But that's going to be it for the week. He is a good boy, and I love him very much. So, I will see you all in the next week, as will he, as he is a very good boy. Manatee! Hi! Can you give me your paw? Give me your paw? Thank you. See you all then. Later.